In celebration of Women's History Month, the North Jersey Blues Society is honoring the contributions of female blues artists and industry professionals. Today we have Miss Vicki Bell. Vicki is a producer, writer, and singer. She's also a dancer where she starred in productions such as The Chorus Line and West Side Story. And she's also the founder of Hip Bone Records. So welcome, Vicki.
Well, thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. So, Vicki, let's talk about influences. Which women in music paved the way for you, and how have they influenced your path?
First and foremost, my mother
Mhm.
has influenced me incredibly, though she's a fine artist. I grew up in upstate New York, and my mother always kept me abreast of all of the arts, dancing, singing, and the great records and recording artists. So first, first and foremost here, I love Nina Simone.
Mhm.
I wish I had her uh guts.
Moxie.
Yes, I wish I respect and admire her. I'm influenced by everything from gospel to opera. I
Mhm.
mean, there are so many. I love Bonnie Raitt. I love Levon Helm, even though he's a guy who was a huge,
Influence.
like a college master's degree in music, as well as David Johansen and all the great performers I worked with on Broadway.
Mhm.
Um, so across the board, and my girl Alexis B. Suter, who is one of my best friends and sister, and I feel like we navigated through many genres to get to her perfect fit,
Yep. Yep.
which is the blues.
Mhm.
And, so
Excellent.
that
Thank you. Let's talk about challenges. What's the biggest challenge you have faced as a woman in the music industry, and how did you overcome it?
it started early for me because I was an engineer with our label Hip Bone Records. That's artists running a label for artists. So my challenges were, is she going to record this? You know, is she mixing this? That was a big challenge. Alexis and I at one point had, because Alexis has a deep, very deep voice. At one point, we did our own personal experiment. Like, I wonder how people would respond to Jonathan Porterfield, which is Lex. I'd be like, Lex, call this place and tell them use your
Yeah.
bad voice. Because I have to wonder if sometimes, do we sound like you're an annoying aunt or something? And I don't know. But we are
You persevered.
we persevered through a lot of that.
Mhm.
And you know, I I don't know what to say. I'm quite sure that's everywhere, Christy.
Sure.
You know, it's everywhere. Women still aren't, to my knowledge, getting quite as much. I recently learned again through my mother. I didn't even realize not that long ago that women were not allowed to get their own credit cards at one point. Or, that's like when I was growing up. That
Same here, yeah. I remember my mom when my mom first got her credit card. I'm like, "What do you mean? It was a
right.
big deal."
I didn't, I
Yeah.
hope that I'm doing my best to, I don't talk about the engineering and the production maybe as much as I should on the internet or whatever, but I hope that I've made movement for women in both underground dance music as a producer and I also had aliases there of men's names to see how that would, I did. I was a French guy at one point. I don't know, but
Ooh la la.
And I hope that I see a lot more women engineering and producing now,
Mhm.
and of course people that are way heavier than me, like Linda Perry and others, that Diane Warren, who have been writing and producing
Right.
for years and have paved the way for
For
people
others.
like me. But I hope I did that for folks as well, and I hope I do that for folks as well.
Right. Excellent.
Yes.
And what advice would you give your younger self starting out in music?
I would probably have learned how to read. I was very heavily dance focused.
Mhm.
And though I do read music like on a fifth grade level, I probably would have paid a little bit more attention to reading
Mhm.
and studying reading and things of that nature, so that my dialogue with co-writers and in production would be a little more mature, not like, woo, a
Okay.
little more, yeah, advanced.
And in summary, is there any upcoming events, releases, or projects you care to share with us?
Yes. We in June of last year we released Just Stay High on the NOLA Blue record label, who by the way is a woman who is amazing. Sally Bankston, who is also I idolize. I
She's
love.
amazing. Yeah.
She's an incredible force and an incredible gift to us as a band. So we did Just Stay High.
Mhm.
And on March 16th, we release Just Stay Live, which is starting to be promoted now. The first single, the full length will come out in March. And that's with, prior to his passing, a live recording with Alexis P. Suter Band and Garth Hudson,
Mhm.
who we were once again honored to meet and work with.
Right.
So we're really proud of this one too. It's
We're
a
excited
live
for it.
record, but it's
He was probably there at the Falcon.
yes. Yeah, he just popped in. He was nice to us, Christy.
Uh-huh.
He was very nice to us, as that whole crew up in
Sure.
Woodstock. They really that there were blessings,
Mhm.
I'll
Absolutely.
miss them all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Vicki, thank you very much for your time today. I appreciate it.
Oh, I appreciate you. Thank you, Christy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Woke up, took a look in the mirror. The face I see, it isn't familiar. The smile I had slowly turned to a frown. Too many bad days, gotta turn it around, turn it around. I need to feel a little relief. I'm like a puzzle with a missing piece. Life is what happens to all of us. Just remember when the times get rough,